back to Fake News. I'm Shannon Jones, here with my partner,
Barbara Osborne. Today is Sunday, November 28th.
This past week, there has been a lot of action at the New Rockford swimming pool.
The water slide at the pool was not working this summer due to pipes cracking from frozen water last fall, causing local kids to be very disappointed.
Service crews took 3 days to install the new piping. The workers also found a much more effective way to install these new pipes.
Instead of ripping up concrete in the front building, they ran the pipes through the rafters.
According to Park District Manager Dennis Nybo, the slide will be fully functional in the 2019 summer. Now to Stephen and Giannis with the sports.
Thanks, Shannon. Hello, I'm Stephen Wilkins. This just in, there's been some controversy on the newfound sport and whether or not it actually is a sport. Some people consider it an activity, some people consider it a sport, and that activity is Rubik's Cubes, or what some may consider cubing. Cubing has been on the rise with competitions that have people taking part in competitions to see who can solve the Rubik's Cube the fastest. And for some people, it gets to be pretty fast. Now, in my heyday, I could solve one of these bad boys in about a cursory 11 seconds on average, but now it's getting a lot faster. Beginners, as shown here, average about 1 minute, when others can average about 30 seconds, 20 seconds, and keep going down the line until about 10 seconds on average. Some rare cases, people can even average 6 to 7 seconds, and that is about at world-class level. Now, there's no really exact rankings on what makes you an average, good, or bad cuber, as they call it, but I would say probably under 20 seconds would be above average, but some people would argue that it would be around 30 seconds would be above average. This is not the only cube that you can solve, though. There are many other variations that come in cube shapes, whether they be smaller or bigger. There are some different shape modifications, as this one. There are pyramid-shaped cubes. There are just many different variations that you can get good at. Not many people may be wondering how a person can even turn it that fast, but many people will tell you, and even I will, is because I used to know how to solve it. There's these things called algorithms. Now that's a big word, but it basically means you turn the cube, mix it up, and solve it again. And you can memorize many of these algorithms. And after you get them memorized, you can get it down to a pretty fast time. And that's just all with memorization and learning how to do the cube. Beginners, they'll do it pretty slow and they will try to learn how to get faster, but the real key is just being efficient and doing it as fast as possible and, of course, giving your best effort. But if you want the world record, you probably better start practicing, because the world record for the normal 3x3 Rubik's Cube is 4.22 seconds. So really, if you blink, you'll miss it. Now to Giannis Agbu with local sports.
Thank you, Stephen, with the PH. This is Giannis Agbu reporting for the local side of sports. The New Rockford Cheyenne football team went undefeated in the regular season, making them region champions for the first time since 2012. I personally think that they can go a long way in the playoffs, but Thompson will be the most arduous team to beat for the Rockets, since Newsam's best wide receiver broke his collarbone. Honestly, I think that the defense is extremely underrated because they fly around, know their assignments, and they aren't selfish. Also, they have a lot of versatility, and they are able to handle a lot from bad weather to playing good teams. People also underestimate the running game. They think that they only can pass the ball, but they showed us in the Cavalier game that they can also run it, even though passing the ball is their bread and butter. I sat down with Joseph Gray, a senior defensive end and a left guard for the Rockford Rockets football team, to see his opinions on things.
I'm Giannis Agbu. I'm going to be interviewing Joseph Gray about the Rockford football team. How do you think you guys are doing this year?
We're doing pretty good. Our defense has been working hard and the offense has been really productive.
What has changed this year from last year?
We hit the weight room in the off season, so we all got a little bit bigger, a little faster, a little bit stronger, and it's helped all around.
Are you confident that you guys have a chance at winning every game this year?
I mean, we haven't lost yet, and we're going in guns a-blazing every game, so, I mean, it gives us a puncher's chance at least.
Yep. Do you think that your team's confidence helps or hurts you guys?
I think it hurts in the first quarter, and then we buckle down and usually can pull around, by the end of the game. So kind of a mix of both.
How far do you think you guys will can go this season?
I think we can go all the way, but we have to, stay focused and not be dumb.
Are there any ways that you guys can improve your play style or how you guys play?
Running the ball in the snow.
Is your team afraid of injuries?
Not really, but playing dirty teams can kind of take a toll in the game, makes you a little angry, and we're more afraid of the flags we'll get for saying something stupid than, the actual injury itself.
How does your team prepare for games?
Well, we usually do film beginning of the week, and then we do shell practices, so no leg pads, just helmets and shoulder pads. And then we just watch film, study the game, and walk through everything. We never hit in practice, and we just run our offense.
That was it for this interview. Back to you.
The Rocket volleyball team is 7-2 in the region and 9-4 all around, due to their loss to Langdon this past Tuesday, making them third in the region, only behind the exemplary teams of Langdon and North Star. Honestly, it seems like everything either goes right for them, or everything that can possibly go wrong goes wrong. Either their style of play helps them tremendously, or it hurts them. The Rockets have 3 more regular season games and go into the regional tournaments on November 5th, 6th, and 8th. Hoping to have an even better tournament than last year's 3rd place finish. Back to you, Shannon and Barbara.
Thank you, Giannis. Yesterday was a very sad day here in Eddy County when a local man was struck by a train west of New Rockford.
According to the Highway Patrol, the man was sitting in a 2002 Chevy Silverado pickup when the train struck on the driver's side traveling eastbound.
The vehicle was sitting on the grade crossing where the railroad tracks and the road connect. The man was pronounced dead at the scene, and no train personnel were injured.
The victim's name is being withheld until the family is notified, and the crash remains under investigation by the Highway Patrol.
Oh, Billy, look at this! Oh yeah, it's so funny. Ah, I can't see, what are you doing, Evan? Ah! Oh, I like this song. No, 7. I don't want it to distract me while I'm driving.
Hey, good call.
Thanks.
Always drive safe to prevent roadside incidents.
Are you tired of your boat sinking due to a crusty iceberg? Well, buy Flex Tape for your boat fixing needs. It can fix anything.
Flex Tape to repair all your boat fixing needs for the price of $19.99. Call in the next 20 minutes to double the offer. Just pay processing and handling. Just call 1-800-555-6969. That's 1-800-555-6969. Boat not included. Do you find yourself constantly falling asleep in awkward places? Well, enjoy a delicious coffee from Keurig. Call the number on your screen to order your Keurig. But wait, if you call in within the next 15 minutes, you get another one absolutely free. Just pay processing and handling. That's 1-800-666-9420. That's 1-800-666-9420. Call now to order.
Recently in New Rockford, everyone's worst nightmare has just happened.
A child abduction took place right outside of the New Rockford Cheyenne High School. The male student, whose name has not yet been released, was walking to his car when an unidentified male grabbed him and ran.
This happened just after 10:30 on Thursday night. No information has been found on the abducted male.
The recordings from security cameras were released to the public.
We have to warn you, this is some very disturbing footage. Viewer discretion is advised.
If you have any information about this volatile man, contact the local police department. He is a tall, 6'5" man with curly brown hair and glasses. and often has a Rubik's Cube in his hand.
We will now go to Stephen with the weather.
Thanks, Barbara. The volatile winter storm Harry has made its way to New Rockford. It's forecasted to bring in 3 feet of snow and winds up to 50 miles per hour. This projected to be the worst winter storm in New Rockford has seen since 1975. The National Weather Service warns citizens to stay inside their homes and stock up on non-perishable food and water. Now we'll see Frederick Feeney live at the storm.
Good job. Okay, now then you.
Then it cuts to him and it's
In the middle of the storm right now. It is blizzarding very hard out right now. It doesn't show any signs of stopping anytime soon. I would advise everyone to stay inside as visibility is very low right now, and driving would not be a good idea. I would advise everyone to bundle up if you go outside, and be careful as it is very slippery outside. Stay safe. Back to you, Stephen.
Thank you, Frederick. Stay warm out there. Now onto our weekly forecast. Starting the week, Monday looks cold, windy, and stormy with a high of 18 degrees and temps getting into the negatives through the night. The storm will not be getting any weaker going on into Tuesday. The high will be 12 degrees and a low of 3 degrees. Wednesday looks a lot calmer and with a little bit of gusty wind and snow ending early afternoon. Temps will warm up a bit to 30 degrees and drop over the night to 15 degrees. Thursday you can expect a cloudy and windy day with gusts up to 25 miles per hour with a high will be 27 degrees. And Friday will be partly cloudy but luckily no strong winds. The high is 29 degrees. And Saturday is going to be sunny with a high of 20 degrees. Sunday is looking pretty sunny with a 32 degrees and a low of 17 degrees. Now back to you, Shannon.
Oh, thank you, Stephen. This past week, President Donald Trump's famous wall has finally been finished. The wall stretches across the United States and Mexican border.
This is the largest structure in United States history and truly has made history.
Today we have a guest speaker, the author of How to Make America Great Again, Dewey Fellows. Thanks for coming, Dewey.
Thanks for having me.
Will you please share your opinion on the wall with us?
They're just putting up the finishing touches on the wall, and it turned out very nice. It has top-end security and stations at the very top, watching over to keep the felons out of the U.S. I feel like this is the perfect plan made by our president.
What do you think the media thinks about all this?
I personally think the media is all one-sided, and they don't support anything that our president does.
Do you think that this will be the most effective way to keep our country safe?
I 100% believe this is the best way to keep our United States citizens safe. This will first of all keep out the illegal immigrants, but it'll also keep out the drugs and dangerous criminals that might come in.
Thank you so much, Dewey, for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you all for tuning into Fake News.
We will see you tomorrow for the latest. Good night.